Alright guys, this video is not made for kids. This has adult language in it, not suitable for kids, so after warning all parents about this video, we can begin. Alright guys, so this one is another Jada Toys. This is another 1/24 scale die-cast car. This is from Stranger Things, which is an amazing show. It's a badass show. I love it. This is Billy's blue 1979, 1980, late 70s second gen F body. This is the Camaro Z28 with collectible coin. Okay, so this is the box. Let's look at the top. Stranger Things, it's real plain. Let's look at the top over here, the front of the box. So you got all the cast there. Let's look on this side. You have the GM, was it holographic, official licensed product. Hollywood Rides. Okay. Let's look on this side, Netflix, Stranger Things. Let's look at the bottom. And again, GM. Okay. Now, let's actually look at the car. Okay, now before we start looking at the car itself, let's look at the coin. This is just straight up die cast with, again, a clear coat over it. Lifeguard, Hawkins Pool, Netflix. So you can hear it. It's solid, very light, but it's lighter than what you would expect for a solid die cast. Okay, now let's look at this beautiful Z28. This does have the rally wheels or rims. If I'm not mistaken, they are 15x7, I believe. At least the real ones. That's obviously what I'm saying. And this one, I do not see any blemishes to the chrome or the paint, except for now just that. This one right here. And I guess that too. So, okay then. But overall, still very nice. As for the real cars, the Z28s would have a little badge right here in front of the grille, Z28, that this one does not have. And it would have the Camaro symbol right here, which this does have, is just not painted in, or there's no decal to it. Which somebody, again, could customize that. Let's look on this side. Beautiful, beautiful die-cast car. And one of the reasons why I saved it to the last of this review. And there's the Camaro symbol there. But it needs to be painted in red, white, and blue. You got your brake lights, your turn signal, and your reverse lights. And right here would be another Z28 badge, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let's look underneath. So, let's see, 1/24 scale. 1979 Chevy Camaro Z28. there. Used, let's see, under license, Jada, and made in China. So this one does have painted calipers, brakes, no left or right steering. You can paint more for detail. Nice chrome tips, exhaust. You can see a little bit better on the inside with those cutouts from the rim, and you can see right here the red calipers. If I can get the light just right, you can see that. Okay. Now let's open the doors. Let's look at the detail here. Let's see. This might be better on this side. So when I was going to college, I had a friend of mine. He had a 1981 Camaro, a basic Camaro with a 305 engine. And he really wanted a Z28. So he customized the car to look like a Z28. But I think he sold it afterwards. It was an automatic transmission, as you can see. This one, standard, with a chrome steering wheel, chrome shifter there. Beautiful, very, very nice. The interior, very cool. So my friend's Camaro was black. The interior was a tan. Very nice. Let's look at the back over here. Nothing, it's just straightforward trunk right there. There's no detail in here. Okay. And the last thing to look at is the engine bay. So this one, since it's a 79, it probably has, if it's a Z28, it probably has a 350, a 396, possibly. Okay, I say possibly because by 79, gas prices were already high. They were putting emissions in the engines. The only real muscle car that actually still was clinging on was the Trans Am, the Pontiac Trans Am. Chevy, which made the Corvette and the Camaro, really downsized their horsepower severely. So when you had cars that were making well over 350 horses, by this time they were probably making like 200, maybe 150. Torque was still good, but the horsepower was not there. By 79, I'm talking about. Again, 1980, 81, the horsepower just really took a nosedive. By the 80s, like 82, so forth. Well, I'm going to say 82 to 86, the horsepower was just really not there. It was good enough, like, let's say a performance car, a muscle car. Let's say back in the day, let's say in the 60s and 70s, you probably had, again, like 350, 400 horsepower, all this. From 82 to 86, a performance muscle car probably had like maybe pushing 200. Okay, like 150, 160. Okay, that was a muscle car in the 80s, the very early 80s. Once you hit 87 to 92, the horsepower started to rise, started to get better. In 93 to 97, LT1 at least in the Camaros and Trans Am, you started seeing the horsepowers back like you did see back in the early 70s. Going back to 280, going back to 300, over 300, 98 to 2002, you saw horsepower go up to 325 and even up to like 345. And then with the special edition cars, you would see up to like 350 to 300, almost close to 400 horsepower. But those were the very collectible Blackbirds, the Firehawks, the Camaro SS, and all these other very collectible, very rare cars, production cars. Others would be like Macho Trans Am. Others would be like what is it? The Firehawks. There's other ones. The comp Trans Ams, comp Camaros, all this. Anyway, going way off topic here. I'm trying just to show this here. The engine is all chrome. You can see that it has headers in here. You could actually customize to paint to make that look very nice. So anyway, my guess for what this engine is, possibly a 350 or a 396, probably. I could be wrong. If you guys know what type of engine this is, hey, leave it in the comments. Alright, well, that's about it for this review. This is a beautiful die-cast car. Very nice. Very, very cool. And I do like this front nose for the second gen Camaros. There's some guys that like the very early, like 70 to 70, let's see, it's 70 to 73, the very first nose. And then you have 74 to 76, second nose. And then you have this nose right here, that's the, I'm gonna say 77 to like maybe 81. So you have a little bit different, like for different models and stuff, you have some that are a little bit lower. You have some that have, ground effects and all this stuff. But anyway, I'm just saying I like the front of this one. It's very nice. Very, very cool. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this review. Moving on to the next one. See you guys.